Look, 86. All right, awesome year.
Happy thoughts.
Hey, we are finally live. And welcome to Fancast, episode 86. I am your host, Cuck Muffin, Brainmuffin, Channel Dad, Lifting Nerd, and all that other stuff. Rope Man, Schneemann, and what must I known as? Grandpa. Yes.
Channel Dad.
All right, I'm going left to right. So with me tonight is Mr. Adam of Raiders of the Lost Flicks.
Around the world at the speed of broadband, the Lord of Destruction, Master of Disaster, Ruler of the Wasteland, Ayatollah of Rock and Rolla, yours truly, Adam, a.k.a. Groovinator, RaidersLostFlix.com, reminding you that it's okay to have opinions in 2019. They don't have to be the same as everybody else's. That's why they're your opinions. And take it away, somebody else.
Sorry, I'm starting to impersonate Dion there. Sorry, I channeled a horse walked by and I channeled my inner Dion.
Really?
Really? Well, Wilbur, tell me about it. All right. One of the men chuckling in the background is the last standing New Englander, Rowdy Frank.
Happy solstice, you dirty bunch of pagan hippies.
Yes, because they haven't showered since what was the last one?
Last solstice.
Equinox, right? They only shower. They only bathe like once every 3 months, right?
I guess so.
When the planet's alive,
Whenever,
we can bathe.
whenever it rains.
And last but not least, our favorite Tex-Mex, TapAndDie.
Fuck Netflix. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
What happened now?
Just some bullshit. That's my topic for tonight. I'll talk about it when we get into it.
So we
No
are
news,
running.
just some bullshit.
All right.
It's their usual bullshit.
Yeah. It was like, how is that any different than last week?
Ugh.
So we were running late because I was at a cousin's daughter's graduation event, I guess you could say, party.
Those kind of
Cousins, daughters, nephews, uncles, nieces, roommates.
Well, it's a cousin's daughter. So technically she's
Twice
my
removed.
first cousin once removed.
So what does that make us?
Absolutely nothing.
It makes us
There you
podcast mates.
Yay.
And, speaking of which, I listened to some of the show. I know you were on there, Frank. That's why I want to make sure it was you and not the spam bots. I didn't get to see the bots show up or anything. Did they show up last
Oh
night?
man, it's been
They
brutal.
showed up briefly, yeah. At least that I saw. I was distracted. I was having dinner.
Oh, didn't see any at all, and it was like I got to go to bed or something. I'm out of here.
He was distracted because he kept clicking on the links.
Yeah. My
It's like
computer's really slow
some
now for
hotties
some reason.
like 2 miles down the road or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Hey,
Apple
local
Latin
singles
American.
want to meet me, not you, okay?
Hey, Chris
Uh-huh.
Wicks. Chris Wicks is Chris Wicks. Are you still there, Chris? Oh my goodness. We got two of them from Australia, right? Is he in Australia or New Zealand? I know David Applegate's in Australia.
Are you an Aussie or are you a Kiwi?
Where everything kills you.
Yeah, right.
It's still a penal colony, just don't tell them.
Yeah.
Yeah, penal.
Yeah.
That spider
Said
kill you
penal.
dead. Yeah. I don't know. We'd say we haven't even gone over the topics or anything, but yeah, he's here. All right.
There's a plenty. You got 2 weeks worth of stuff you can
Yeah.
ramble
So
through.
last week I was at the beer fest. Who has watched my very drunken 1 hour plus? I don't even know what to call it.
Wait. I didn't even know that was up. Fucking YouTube. I didn't even know you uploaded that.
Dude,
I
the
know,
algorithm
actually,
is seriously messed up. It really is.
I'll post in the chat in the channel here.
You're
too.
gonna have to because I didn't know you posted anything. I haven't seen.
I didn't post it. I was live streaming. I reviewed my beer. And
Whichever one you did, it didn't tell me you did anything.
Oh,
YouTube
there
is
was-
on crack again.
there were some people that were
Yeah.
in the chat. Dr. Phil was in the house, which kind
Ooh.
of threw me for a loop. And
With his 8K TVs.
yeah. Yeah, I thought I only went for like half an hour at most, and it was over an hour long. I got up the next day, and I looked at it. I was like, "Oh my gosh!" I went on for an hour over what? Because of the beer.
Talking about the damn vending machines again.
Yeah, I don't know. No, I
Bitching
didn't go
about
into
Gal
that.
Gadot's ass.
He was awake for
Yep.
half an hour, but he was really on for an hour.
Right. Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now. I'm gonna get real close to the mic so I don't have to shout. I was so drunk I had sex with my wife last Friday.
Oh shit.
Wow.
That's a
So you-
lie.
Well,
You haven't touched her since the Cold War.
That's
big
still
deal.
possible in the Me Too movement.
I don't know. I woke up naked in my bed, so I don't know. That's TMI right there.
Was the dog walking funny?
I live in Southern Ohio. I don't live
What's
in
one
Western
tap and die?
Kentucky or Eastern
Hey,
Kentucky, rather.
when you get drunk enough, it doesn't matter where you live.
The important thing was he wasn't alone.
Right?
Wow. You guys are such.
We're just such pleasant people.
I'm trying to.
Yeah, we're charming and witty.
Mm-hmm.
You cocksuckers.
But I did listen to the after hour stuff, and sure enough, 3 minutes from the end, Kendo had to bring me up.
Of course he did. He loves you, man.
Yeah, you sent you some nice shout outs, man.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? I did that EVS video.
That was good. I did watch that one.
Yeah, and he showed up
subs.
and he watched it on one of his live streams.
Who?
EVS.
He did?
He did like a live stream, and he clicked in and it showed the video, and because I saw your name, your channel name.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'll have to find that. I did not know that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it got like 10 retweets and like 50 likes or something like that when
I should probably retweet that one myself. I think everybody needs to see that bit.
Yeah.
Yep.
I showed my wife, she grew up in well, she was born in Philadelphia and grew up in northern Philadelphia and in part of New Jersey. So she talks the same way. And yeah, she's like, that's right. That's right. So, because I was like, she was on her iPad watching something on Netflix.
Dude, I told my parents about that. Even they agree with EVS.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. There's a couple spots I wish I would have put a few more. Here's the thing is when he was talking about the blue haired land whales, I didn't want to put pictures of them in there unless he mentioned my name. So there's a couple parts where there's no pictures, and that's completely on purpose, but there's a couple of dead spots where I could have put, and I wish I had the right kind of music to play behind it, but that was really hard to find something the exact length I needed. So I just left that out.
Mm-hmm.
Put the clapping at the end. And I did all that in Final Cut. So I did the same scrolling feature that I use for this version that goes to BitChute, and I just leaned it back negative 45 degrees and made it yellow and looked like a Star Wars thing. It's great.
That's cool.
It was awesome. I did
cool.
I mentioned some things about that video in one of mine and put up on Thursday, and like nobody watched it. And I was thinking, well, God, was it really that bad of a video? But then I heard from some other people that we know that the algorithm is really that bad right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, that too. But when I tried to watch it, it was just it kept loading, and I think I only watched half of it, and I just went to do something else.
Yeah,
that was my problem.
Something's really screwy right now. So at first I was like, what did I do? And then I started to hear from other people that were saying similar things. I'm like, oh, well, at least it's not me. So,
well, I don't know. It could be you.
I came across a video. Now, granted, it's more or less an advertisement for library, which this guy's it's David somebody, or I forget the guy's name. Anyway, he's gone over to library, which I've put in for the fan cast. I have to do something to. I even did mine. That's supposed to be pulling stuff from YouTube, but I haven't seen things show up yet. But yeah, you had like even Phil DeFranco and several others who were talking about like there's to be a video. I forget. It's like some big YouTuber, 13.5 million views. Do you think it's trending? No, look, it's CNN and NBC. It's getting so corporate.
Mm-hmm.
And so I mean, I'm kind of, I wish I was making more money on my channel, but I'm glad it's not my livelihood, because there's a lot of people that it's really hurting right now.
A bit.
And we're not talking, people who are really extreme, not some Alex Jones apologist or somebody, just people making some informative videos. Well, did you see, Jeremy did a video, I think it was today.
Probably did at least 10 today.
Shoe on head. Yeah.
He did 3. His other people did his other 5.
Uh-huh.
And but Shoe on Head had a video now. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Shoe on Head at all.
I've heard of her. I've only seen like a couple of videos, and that's about it. But I know her. I've heard of her.
She's a liberal, but she doesn't take any crap from the SJWs. She knows about the the pink tax myth and the wage gap myth and all this other stuff. And so it was a pro-gay, video for basically saying let people do whatever in the heck they want and not worry about it. So it was like that jackass who's been getting things kind of taken down off of YouTube, deplatforming the bigots or whatever it is he chants. It hit her, that video, and it got a strike, you know, a community strike and all this other stuff. And she apparently, unless you go to Twitter, that's part of what Jeremy was saying. Unless you go on the Twitter, you can appeal it, but nothing happens. But if you go on Twitter and beat the living crap out of them, something happens. She has over 1 million followers too, and she had to basically get on YouTube and rant and chant and scream and holler before they would even look at her. And it got reinstated, but it was like, yeah, that was his kind of his point. It's like, look, you moron, you wanted this kind of stuff, and now because of you and your tweets and your hatred and the algorithm changes, it's nailing more and more videos that you would quote unquote approve of. So it was crazy. LMP is in the house.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you get online, ass? I bet you were reborn.
She is hot, but she took the money for social media. Okay. What? She took the money for that social media app. I don't know. Yeah, she is.
I'm
hot.
sure he knows something about something. You know him, all up in that dark web shit.
Yeah, but she's also young. And she's the armored skeptic. It was her boyfriend, husband, or whatever. I don't know.
I think they're just boyfriend, girlfriend.
Dating since she was in high school.
The last I heard. So I don't know. I didn't follow.
All right. So who wants to go first with the topic?
We're gonna talk.
Adam, why don't you lead us off in the latest tragedy of Twig Larson?
Oh my God. I found you know how everybody, okay, you know how Justin Bieber challenged Tom Cruise in the Octagon, and basically everybody's been running with that on social media and saying, okay, find somebody on Google that's 31, you know, years older than you or whatever, and blah blah, and that's who you're going to fight. And everybody's been having a good time with it, and I see absolutely zero harm in it whatsoever. But this article was published yesterday in on a website called The Gossip Cop. And basically, this website was debunking a myth that Brie Larson was challenging Kristen Wiig and Gal Gadot in a fight. Now, supposedly they debunked it, but of course they did, because Brie Larson never does anything wrong. She's always completely exonerated from anything she's ever accused of. But the article was cracking me up so much I could hardly get through it. I mean, Brie Larson, Gal Gadot, you know, it's just Brie Larson hits the floor, and that's the end of the story. You know, I mean,
my money's on the Jew.
Exactly. Gal Gadot's awesome. I mean, she lights up a room. Brie Larson makes everybody cringe just at the very mention of her name at this point. So I don't know. I had a good time with that.
Twig Larson, that's a good one.
And then isn't this the same week was it this week or last week where Brie Larson went on MTV with her stunt doubles? You know, the one that does her own stunts. Thank you very much.
I was like, what stunts does they need to do? Everything's green screen or CGI.
The only stunts that she pulls are PR stunts. I mean, that's the ones I'm aware of. Every time she opens her mouth, it's a PR stunt.
Yeah. I mean, the stuff on the train is all wire and CGI. She's not really jumping on a real train. So I guess to do the dive forward rolls from time to time, I don't understand.
I mean, compared to
when she smiles, she's gotta get that stunt double.
Keanu Reeves, come on, those people embody their stunts, man. I mean, those guys are a lot more physical than I thought they were.
He was 21 years older than I got. Thanks a lot, Frank.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I looked up mine. So Bill Cosby was one of mine.
Yes.
You gonna beat up Bill Cosby?
Yeah, there was some pretty
right
good
in the pudding hole. You know what I mean? Right in the pudding hole.
Right in the pudding. Got the pudding pops.
It depends the pudding. I can't even.
Hey, the kids listen to the rap music, and the kids play the Pokemons.
Bill's gonna teach you a thing or two. You'll have the fun now with me and all the gang, learning from each other while we do our thing.
Yeah, let's stop remembering Bill Cosby fondly. Fuck that guy.
I know, right?
But I do want to see Lape come out. While he's sitting down there in that country club.
Hey, let's do a watch party for Ghost Dad.
No, if we're gonna do a Bill Cosby movie, we gotta do Leonard Part 6.
Oh, I've seen that movie before, but I was really young when I saw that. I need to sit through it again. I need to torture.
Yeah, that's some grade A garbage right there. That's worthy of your sight, Adam.
That's some canon quality shit right there. Yeah, if it isn't at least canon quality shit, I don't want to touch it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like asylum movies because they're like designed to be bad. I want movies that like think they're good but are just miserable at everything that they do. Those are my favorite kind of bad movies.
Yeah.
I can't even think of who I'd beat up though. I'll just go with Lape.
I call dibs on Ryan Johnson. I don't care how much older he is than me. I will beat the fuck out of that little snot.
I'm gonna have to go with Spike Lee then. You know what? That'll be mine. Fuck that guy.
No,
I would have thought
that's
it
a
would have
hate
been Mel
crime.
Gibson.
They'll shoot you.
I don't give a shit. I'll shoot back. You know how to stop a school shooter? Shoot back.
Yeah.
No, they're gonna go get Johnny Cochran on your ass.
Damn, I'll shoot his ass too.
You're not ready for the Chewbacca defense.
Shit.
Yeah,
I'll
so
figure it
Jack
out.
Nicholson, Jane Fonda, Morgan Freeman, Saddam Hussein. Wow.
God damn,
I
you're
think
old.
he's taken.
Damn,
Anthony
right?
Hopkins and Hunter S. Thompson.
Kick his ass
He's
late.
taken too.
Really? Holy shit.
Yeah. Warren Beatty. Who else is on this list? Dun, dun, dun. George Carlin? Dustin Hoffman? Wow.
Yeah,
You
you
kicked
leave
Dustin
George
Hoffman's
Carlin.
ass.
Yeah.
His
Gee,
punk
what a
ass.
surprise. Everyone older than you is already dead.
Should be an easy fight.
So Warren Beatty, Waylon Jennings,
Dead on arrival.
Billy D. Williams. Oh, here you go.
Billy
Reuben
D.
Carter. He's a boxer. Colin Powell, Merle Haggard.
Yeah, he needs
Oh,
to.
wow. Suzanne Plachette. Oh my, she was hot when she was young.
You gonna beat them cheeks, right?
Beat something.
Right?
James MacArthur. Book him, Dano.
Mine was Harrison Ford. Come at me, bruh.
We know. We know. It's been all over Facebook. We know.
Really?
Lou Holtz.
People read Facebook?
Only when
Well,
you
I
tag.
glance at it from time to time
Oh.
Every once in a while.
Mhm.
when I'm not playing my mobile games.
You play mobile games.
He's playing Farmville. He's got some
Oh,
names in
God.
Farmville.
Remember that?
No.
That game's still a thing?
No, if I'm going to out myself, I play Memoria Freeze, Merge Dragons, Pokemon Go, and I just started playing Hogwarts Mystery.
Oh, kill yourself.
Right. Turn in your man card.
There will be no hippopotamus song, Rusty Shackelford.
Oh, there will be
You go to
soon.
hell and die.
That's what you
Just
think.
you wait.
You go to hell and you die.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh.
Isn't it usually the other way around?
Yes, I am drinking a little bit tonight.
Yeah, I forgot to
no.
say I'm
The,
way too sober.
I got the Jim Beam honey flavored whiskey, which is
Oh,
really
that
nice.
That stuff is great.
Yeah, it's so smooth. You just
Yes.
sip at it.
Yep, screw you up in a heartbeat.
So have
Right.
you guys been enjoying the constant articles that keep coming about where every single reboot that flops this summer has like this whole article of excuses as to why
Oh
it
yeah,
flopped?
it's all fatigue.
Every single one of them.
Oh, now it's
all
fatigue?
it's all them white male bigoted, sexist, racist, fatigued a-hoes.
Yeah, I have reboot fatigue. Let's start pushing that around.
Reboot fatigue.
Yeah,
I think,
sure.
You know what?
Well, that
I've
I
had reboot fatigue for the past 15 fucking years.
Yeah. I think it's past its time, man. They do need to scale back on the reboot.
They tried and they failed.
Bit. Just a little bit, man.
hey,
everything.
Hey, let's bring this old one back up from the WCBS archives. Hashtag reboot AIDS.
There you go. Hey, it is funny now. It's been long enough.
If you don't understand that, then go listen to the old ones.
Yep, all of them.
I'm not just serious. I'm HIV positive.
Oh,
Oh, that's sideways.
there's no audio way to face palm. There really isn't. You know?
I'm sure they'll figure it out
Jesus.
how to do it
Christ.
someday.
How many more Pride commercials can I see in my Twitter feed?
Yeah, I'm a little tired of that too.
Yeah,
Pride,
we should call this the Pride episode.
right?
Take pride in
No,
our
it's cute
toxic
to show
masculinity.
your kid with his Pride shirt on at the Pride parade, waving his Pride flag, and I'm like, they don't do this on
Yeah.
the 4th of July, so
Yeah, I freaking was it veterans? They get 1 day. These assholes get a whole month.
It was only a month. I thought it was like I don't know all summer.
Fuck. Yeah, they get the whole month. My fucking month, of course.
I mean, today was announced. Today is officially the first day of summer. So you know what that means, boys and girls. That means that next week.
Are
back
you
to
ready
school
for the
ads.
summer? Are you ready for the sunshine?
Back to school ads starting next week.
Oh, jeez. It's like it used to be like the day after Thanksgiving, all the Christmas stuff would go up.
That Christmas shit's up in August, bro.
Yeah, I know. It's like I said, not anymore. Now
I'm already seeing Christmas ads right now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, it's coming.
You go out to buy Halloween shit, Christmas stuff to the next aisle over.
I used to work for CVS Pharmacy, and that working there used to destroy every single holiday for me because we had Christmas set by Halloween. We had St. Patrick's Day set by Christmas, Valentine's Day set by Christmas. St. Patrick's Day set by Valentine's Day. I mean, literally, it just went from one next to the other. And then the summer shit would start coming in like the end of winter. And you would have to constantly find places to put that stuff. And you'd be tripping over it trying to get to the stuff that you need. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I work for a grocery store. Like January 2nd, which was my birthday, they sent us an order for the next 3 holidays in January.
Damn, all 3.
Yeah.
Rusty Shackelford says 187 days till Christmas.
Hell yeah.
Fuck Christmas.
Damn
I
it.
am so over Christmas like forever.
Yep.
It's
Agreed.
the worst holiday ever.
Humbug, I tell you.
I love that hippopotamus song.
Ha! Bum hug.
That's a Loudy special there.
Yeah.
God.
Hashtag butt stuff.
Butt stuff.
Tongue punch the fart box until the flavor's gone. Okay,
And then,
let's talk
and then
about
he shows up to
Godzilla.
work the next day with pink eye.
Yeah.
Ay, caramba.
He be lying saying he got infected from. But he like, we know what happened.
Now. I'm going to send him the link to the show.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about Godzilla. Who's seen
Hell
it?
yeah.
Hell yeah. I went and saw Godzilla last week.
Matthew McConaughey. I mean, Matthew Broderick.
Oh, dude. Yeah. That one.
Bring him back.
Did you guys all see that one in the theater? The Matthew Broderick Godzilla?
I want to say I did.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Did you like it when it first came out, or did you instantly hate it?
I didn't instantly hate it, but I could tell right away that there were some major problems. Like, I understand that this has become like a popular running joke now, but to this day, I don't like the whole thing with Jean Reno and his buddies bitching about American coffee. It was just such a pointless thing to keep bringing up.
The longest joke that's ever been dragged it through the mud and then to eternity again. Yeah, I know exactly.
Yeah, and then you got like 3/4 of the cast of The Simpsons just crammed in there for no fucking reason.
Okay, well, hold that thought. All right, so the common complaint is that the new Godzilla, the humans are boring. All right, and the common complaint in the last one is that too many humans, not enough monsters. All right, so you see an ongoing theme with all Godzilla movies: humans bad.
Yeah, they're the American ones.
Okay, so the biggest part that irritated me about the American Godzilla, other than that absolutely everybody in the movie sucks, I mean completely sucks, but why did they have to change the design of the damn monster?
Oh, yeah.
That was probably the biggest insult of it. And it's a common thing with all the movie companies, all of the producers and production companies. They have an independent property. They know it works, but they still somehow think that they have to change it to appease a different demographic or
something,
give it their own look, or you could have changed Godzilla to the point to where it still looked like Godzilla, but instead they changed it to look more like the T-Rex from Jurassic Park, with maybe a couple of stakes on his back, just so you go, oh yeah, it's Godzilla.
Did you?
I love the movie.
Did you ever see the concept art? There was concept art.
You're booping out. Which concept art for which movie?
There was going to be I think there was planned an American movie in the early 80s. And I forget.
No, I don't think I saw concept art for that.
It was pretty impressive.
I mean, I remember when when Godzilla was coming out, like everybody was really excited because we were coming off the high that was Independence Day, and when we found out it was the same directors that were doing Independence Day, we thought, oh well, that's perfect because they're basically making big budget B movies. I mean, who would be more perfect than to do a Godzilla movie? But if I remember correctly, I used to read a lot of movie magazines back then because no internet, but Godzilla had changed hands several times before it got to Dean Devlin and Roland Emmerich. So I don't know what got lost in translation, but when you watch it play out on the screen, it's not aged well. I remember I liked it when I first saw it in the theater, and then I bought it on video when it came out, widescreen video. I think I watched it once. I'm like, I don't think I enjoy this movie as much as I did when I went to go see it.
Yeah, it was, the whole movie was cringy.
So,
I didn't like.
Well, I appreciated it because it introduced me to Godzilla.
They at least tried, but I mean, and then the 2014 one I really enjoyed. I know a lot of people complain that they didn't show enough of the monster, but that was Gareth Edwards, and the best part he did was save the best for last. You know what I mean? And the epic scale when you're looking up just to see exactly how big Godzilla was, because he wasn't really that big in the 98 one, but in the 2014 one, he's freaking ginormous. Which the whole point of the original Godzilla, it's a kaiju. It's basically nature's revenge. It's payback for the atomic war. And that was the only thing I didn't like about 2014 movies. Like, oh, okay, so he's a good guy again. But I went with it.
That's what I wanted to talk about when we get around to that. Is I got this whole little fucking rant about that.
Go for it, my friend.
All right, like you just set up, like these fucking American producers think they gotta, like you said, change things to make it their own. But they're trying to one-up Japan by making Godzilla this noble, heroic creature. And so they've changed the entire premise and backstory of all the monsters. Like, originally, they were just freak accidents as a result of exposure to nuclear radiation. They were mankind's punishment for tampering with such powerful forces and unleashing
nature's revenge. Exactly.
Yeah. And now they're ancient, noble, guardian beasts who have always been here. Like, what the fuck is this shit?
It kind of doesn't. It lowers the stakes a bit, doesn't it? Because that's one of the things that I love about the original Godzilla, the original unedited, non-American Godzilla. I have the Criterion Collection version of it. Is Godzilla's a problem that everybody has to deal with. You know what I mean? It's this gigantic thing just destroying everything, and it's nature's revenge for the sins of man. And then they have to, this thing is not here to be our friends. It's here to kill everything it sees. And I was kind of hoping that the 2014 one would have done that again.
Well, in the original continuity, the only one of these monsters that's reputed to be an ancient guardian is Mothra.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they at least addressed that in the new one.
Yeah, it was in the 94 movie, Godzilla vs. Mothra 2, where they see cave paintings of Mothra in ancient times fighting Batra. So, it was like a dark version of Mothra.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so there was that element, but the Americans took that and just spread it all over everything. And I still don't like the new Godzilla design. They tweaked his back fins to make him more like the original Godzilla, but his body structure in general is just all wrong. He looks like a bear wearing an alligator suit with a Rottweiler head.
Either that, he looks like somebody in the Barney suit got in a fight and lost with a flamethrower. He looks like a big burnt marshmallow. I mean, I kind of get where they're going for that. I mean, at least the 98 movie did make Godzilla a villain. I mean, he was still the problem, but so they're going back to, Godzilla's here to save us. And I'm thinking, why would something that big give two shits about people running around on the ground with their problems? I'd be one to set them all on fire. It's a hard pill to swallow.
But yeah, like you said, in the 2014 movie, Godzilla is so underutilized that he's barely in the movie. It's all about Kick-Ass. Bryan Cranston gets completely wasted in the first act of the movie.
Yeah, they sold him hard on that one too, man. They really use it to get people in the seats, man. Hey, you know Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad? Well, he's in Godzilla. See you next week.
Yeah, like when he's there in the movie, it's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He is bringing the acting chops, and then they just fucking kill him, and he's gone, and we're following Kick-Ass around, who has one skill that makes him theoretically useful, but never comes into play.
I think what it is they run out of CG money, so they had to cut Bryan Cranston's part short so that they could get more computer graphics into the movie.
Uh-huh. But again, it was all freaking shot at night mostly, so you never get to see anything anyway.
That's my complaint with the new one. I like it for the most part. I gave it 3 out of 5 cheese curds, but my complaint was literally every scene is at night in a rainstorm or in a snowstorm. And at least, this belongs to the same universe as Kong Skull Island, which is a pretty decent movie if you, once again, take out the human element and just focus on the monsters. The monster fights in that movie are gorgeous. So you can see absolutely everything. It's all most of it's in broad daylight. And I was kind of hoping that maybe at least 1 or 2 fights would have been in broad daylight, but nah, can't do that.
Yeah, I saw James Wolfe's review on the whole thing, with the spoilers included, so
I need to check that one out still.
Yeah, it's good. He's pretty comprehensive about it. I mean, he's a huge Godzilla fan going way back. But like Ghidorah is surrounded by a storm at all times.
Yeah,
that's fucking
the monsters
convenient.
looked really good in this movie. It's just that it's like, get some of that shit off the screen so I can see what you made here. It's like you got something pretty. Let's focus on this and a little bit less on the X-Jet. I'm sorry, not X-Jet.
The X-Jet.
Yeah,
yeah.
You know the freaking jet that they're flying around the whole movie that never runs out of gas. That one. Yeah.
Yeah, the flying wing.
The flying wing. Yeah.
Whatever
giant
the
flying
fuck
wing that's got like, I don't know, a Skylab on it and everything else. It's
but yeah, I can never get over the redesign of Godzilla and his head, which is way too small for his body. It is under scale. It looks wrong. Like when he's roaring, his mouth, he doesn't look scary at all. He looks silly. Like in the original Godzilla.
The original Godzilla had bigger teeth, that's for sure. Yeah.
Well, his neck was longer. His head was in proportion to his body, so he looked like. I mean, even when it was a guy in a suit, this looked like a creature that could actually exist in its own right.
Original Godzilla had them big damn Google eyes, though. That's
some of them did. Some of them in the 60s and 70s, he did. He looked like freaking Cookie Monster.
Yeah, he had them Google eyes. I mean, they show it just a second. But it's like you see the daylight shots. Like, yep, those are googly eyes if I ever saw them. But
yeah. When you get freaking Cookie Monster Godzilla in there, it's pretty bad. But they weren't always that bad. Like when they rebooted it in the 80s, that's when it got really good. Yeah. So I still haven't seen the new one. I'm not sure if I want to invest the time in it.
If you like the monsters, the movie pays definitely good homage to the monsters, at least. But it's if you're not happy with the whole point of let them fight, then you're probably not going to enjoy it, because that's pretty much all the movie is to set up to get them to fight, and get them to fight each other. And there's another trope that I wanted to address in every single monster movie, especially the asylum movies. There's always that one trope where a bunch of people are staring at monitors, and that's basically the humans are there to stare at monitors and shout exposition. To basically carry the plot. It's like the whole thing. They're either talking on a phone, they're staring at a monitor, they're in some kind of a ship or a vehicle or in a command center. At least the new movie does it a couple points, try to get the monsters and the humans to be at least in the same shot. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't, but I'll give them that much credit for that, at least trying to get a slightly away from that trope. They do some of that, but not completely.
Yeah. I'm just tired of trying to overplay the significance, I guess. Like in the old days, Godzilla movies were fun because, yeah, a lot of times the human characters were a little annoying and pretty much pointless. But when the monsters did appear, the focus was entirely on them, and you got what you came to see.
Well, I don't know about you, but when I used to watch those, I was probably about 4 or 5, and I remember when the people are on screen talking, I'd run off, go play with my toys, and as soon as the monsters would start fighting, I'd drop what I was doing and watch the monster fight.
Mhm.
As soon as the people start talking again, I'm out of the room. So it's like this movie was designed for the 5-year-old me in mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I was drinking. Sorry.
that's Godzilla. Anyway, I guess that movie's not hitting its projected target money wise.
No,
Did
probably
you guys
not.
listen Tuesday night? I thought Doomcock actually liked it.
No, he didn't like it
I
at
don't
all.
listen to High
Yeah,
Cancel.
he,
Yeah, LMP says Shin Godzilla. I loved Shin Godzilla.
which I still have yet
That
to
was
see that one. Yeah, I need to
amazing.
rent it.
No, that was a great film. It's
That's
like,
what I heard.
what if Godzilla appeared for the first time today?
It was a
And freaking-
concept movie, and that's probably the way it should have been. It's like, what if you really had this big gigantimous thing? You know, how would people react to it? That would be
Gigantimous. That's a new word.
gigantimous.
And
I'm
it's
coining that.
great because it's kind of a satire, or at least a lampoon, on how mired in bureaucracy the Japanese government is these days. So when the thing first appears in his smaller form, he's not completely Godzilla yet, and he's trashing his way through the city, and the government's just sitting around in committees like, what do we do? Who's authorized to take care of this? Who's got the book?
I have to
You
see
got-
this
we-
movie.
we- You
Yeah,
need to
that's
get some
something in
experts in
Japan.
here.
A lot of people they do.
I mean, I'm a sucker
in
for
movies
monster movies
and TV
man. So
shows
yeah,
talking about the bureaucracy.
I have to see this
Yeah.
definitely.
And then then Godzilla like goes through his first metamorphosis. He stands up for the first time. Then he runs off back to the ocean because his body's getting too hot. Then when he comes back, he's changed again, and he's in his full upright form. He looks like a fucking zombie. Like his skin isn't completely closed over, so you can see all these like streaks of red raw tissue beneath
Oh, that's
the
gnarly.
armor plating. He's awesome, and then he's got the new abilities where he can like he'll bend over, unhinge his jaw, which splits open like a fucking predator. He starts belching out this black gas, which spreads across the whole city. Then he flicks up these second eyelids and starts breathing fire to ignite the gas, which sets the entire city on fire instantly. And then he focuses that into laser beams that shoot out of his mouth, his spines, and the tip of his tail. So he is just fucking
Testing out his shit. See, hey, what can I do?
yeah. This is
Okay.
like God's. This is like the ultimate Godzilla.
You can't stop her, me.
It's even implied that he has like a rudimentary sonar. So if like jets and shit are flying overhead, he can like twitch his spines to redirect the laser beams and shoot him down. It's great movie, and it totally sets up for a sequel, which apparently we're never going to get.
Oh, really? That one didn't do so well either, huh?
There's some kind of contractual thing because the Godzilla ones now. Like, it was just an experiment to see what would happen if they did something completely different with it. And
now is that
I
one
don't-
Toho? Did Toho do that one?
Yes, this was Toho.
Gotcha.
Maybe the
every
director
time-
got depressed again.
Yeah, like just like in '98, America made a disappointment movie. So Toho was almost felt obligated to dust off Godzilla and put out another movie the next year to say, no, this is how you do a Godzilla movie. See, this is what he looks like. This is how he behaves. And so 2014 hit, and Toho was just like shaking their heads like, God damn it, you assholes.
You did it again.
Yep.
Damn franchise wars.
Goddamn big American penis.
Right? They're still jealous of the penis, huh?
I need to stop quoting South Park so much tonight.
Why?
Yeah.
It's fun.
Little
But
American
yeah, it's like-
penis.
And you've
But
only
yeah,
done like
20
two, right? Like the go to hell and die one.
Yes.
Oh,
That and HIV positive.
wait. Oh yeah, that one. Wait. What did you think of Godzilla 2000?
Again, that was Toho. Like, no, this is how you do it. I liked that movie.
I think I
Okay.
saw
And
that
it
one. I
took-
don't think I was sober at the time, so I couldn't.
Yeah.
It took me a while to
finish
get
that.
used to the new design, but eventually it grew on me.
They
and I
changed the
refer to
monster
that-
in that one too.
Well, they made him more muscular. I refer to this one as Beefcake Godzilla.
Oh, okay.
Because
Roidzilla?
Yes, he's roided out to the max. His neck is so fucking thick.
Roidzilla!
Why our
Yeah, these are some of the things I talk about in that Godzilla essay that I intend to put on the site.
I can't wait for that.
They rebooted the timeline like 4 different times. So each new reboot was a direct sequel to the original Godzilla movie, ignoring anything that came before.
So it's even worse than the X-Men franchise?
Wait, it's not worse because it never really becomes a problem. It never really becomes a problem until we get to Godzilla versus King Ghidorah, because that turns into a time travel story, which just completely fucks everything.
I hate it when they bring time travel into the movies, man. Except for Back to the Future. Back to the Future and the original Terminator. That's it.
So unless they were going by the end game time travel rules,
no,
it raises so many questions that never get explained. Like, the plot of this is these guys from the future come to the present because they want to take some specialists to go back to World War I or II and stop Godzilla from ever being created in the first place.
Oh, that's
so they go back.
That concept,
So they go back to this time period. They find Godzilla is like this T-Rex creature living alone on an island, a Godzillasaurus they call it.
Wait, was he living in Jurassic Park?
No, it was just some island that the Japanese soldiers were hiding on.
He's living in a bar.
When the Americans attack them, Godzillasaurus comes rampaging out of the jungle and scares them all off, although he gets critically wounded. So the time travelers teleport Godzilla to a different island away from where the nuclear tests are going to be. And then they go back to the present. And it's like, there's no more Godzilla. It's great. I'm thinking, okay, how does anybody, because everybody still remembers that Godzilla once existed, but if he never existed, how do you know about him?
How do you
know? Don't think about it too much. It scrambles your brain.
Loves you.
Yeah, I'm not going to explain it's in the essay. You can see the rest of it there, but they just back themselves into a corner and then just hand wave themselves out of it.
Oh,
because Godzilla comes back anyway.
Sounds like Star Wars.
Yeah, of course. It's like, surprise, motherfucker.
Speaking of movies with terrible timelines, did anybody here see Dark Phoenix?
No.
I am so
not waste my time.
Apparently nobody saw Dark Phoenix.
Nobody saw Dark Phoenix in the.
I've downloaded it. I haven't.
They're blaming Alita Battle Angel for that one now.
I don't see that shit. That's so stupid.
Yeah, I saw that.
Price of
bullshit.
It's back when it was still Fox, and they were saying that they had to push it back so that they wouldn't take any thunder away from Alita Battle. These are excuses from Disney execs now. So you take it with a grain of salt.
Buzz feces. It was the Disney execs who were on set who made them redo stuff.
Right.
That's the problem.
And the other part is that they were going to originally introduce the Skrulls in the Dark Phoenix saga, I guess. So they didn't do the Skrulls because they wanted to do Captain Marvel first. They didn't want to confuse people, even though that most of the civilized world knows that those movies have absolutely no existence together whatsoever. They don't belong to the same universe at all.
Hell, that's what you think.
Clusterfuck.
Oh, well. I mean, really, X-Men without Wolverine anyway. It's a pretty hard sell. I mean, they managed to pull that off once or twice, if even that. Was First Class is the one that did really well, or am I thinking?
Yeah, but they still showed him a little bit.
Days of Future Past. That's right. He was technically in the film, even for just if not a second.
Yeah, he had a cameo.
Yeah. So once again, Game of Thrones actors and actresses that they put in movies that suck. Just pointing it out there.
Just pointing to her boobs.
I don't know, man. What is it like? Isn't it just the one Game of Thrones chick? Unless there was more I didn't know about.
I don't know. I think the one that played in the played
after
Sophie Dark
Turner.
Phoenix is one of the. Yeah, Sophie Turner's.
She's one, but I'm just saying, like, there weren't others though, weren't there? Were there?
I have a hard enough time getting past Jennifer Lawrence because I absolutely cannot stand her whatsoever. Putting her in there was a big mistake.
Also, the guy who played Tywin Lannister was in Godzilla.
Really?
What? I forgot that he was
Yeah,
even in it.
the old guy there.
That's
the
how
old white
memorable
guy.
these human characters are in the movie. I don't even remember them being in the movie.
Oh,
Mhm.
I'm pretty
that
sure
guy.
11 from Stranger Things
Stranger
is in there
Things.
as well.
Yep, she's the girl. Yep,
She was there.
Millie
I
Bobby Brown.
think she was doing stuff. I don't remember what she did, but she was there doing stuff.
Yeah, she's just like the girl who has like.
She's basically
there
she's
because reasons?
She's Penny from Inspector Gadget. That's what she's in that movie.
No, she's the kaiju whisperer.
That's
Oh,
right.
God.
She's literally the kaiju whisperer. You guys are laughing. That's exactly what she did.
yo, I guess so.
They made an
I'm not
elaborate
surprised.
device that's basically a giant duck call for kaijus.
Oh, jeez.
A computerized duck call.
Duck,
Come-
duck, goose.
Uh,
Are you guys done talking about Godzilla? Can we go on to another topic, Dang Nebbit,
Please,
for all of
I'm
our...
Yeah.
I tried to
Damn,
take
well,
us to another
sorry, we
topic.
were
and
enjoying
all
our
6 of our listeners
conversation.
are
you
gone.
went back to Godzilla.
We never
I'm
get
sorry.
we never get to have long discussions anymore. Go back to sleep, Lape.
Right?
My dog is barking at stuff. I don't know what's going on, and I might have
Well,
to go.
we should be wrapping it up soon anyway. It's like
Oh, wrap soon. We just
Yeah.
got started.
we
Yeah, but you
started,
started
late
late.
because you were off fucking around.
I wish I was off.
He was
fucking
trying to
around.
have sex with his wife.
That doesn't count.
You had sex with something, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
Do we want to talk
Knocked
about
over
the
a tree in the
Batman
backyard.
TV spots?
Batman.
What the stupid? Oh yeah, I'm gonna give my watch to this
Take it away,
this drug
Tap and
addict.
Die.
Ugh.
Cause I'm a woman.
I was expecting that shit to say it, but it didn't say it. That's what gets me. It didn't say I'm a woman.
May as well
But
say
you know what?
they just have to put like a dubstep drop in there.
Yep.
Boom, 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 boom. I'm a woman.
I'm a. And then,
Uh,
oh my god, those fucking spots, man. That show is just dead on arrival.
On a woman.
I'm glad I don't have cable anymore. I just have streaming crap. And that's
Well,
it.
good thing. Well, good thing for you. CW isn't on cable.
Amazon and Netflix is all I got.
Yeah.
In YouTube. That's all I need.
Screw Netflix.
Netflix.
I got Vudu as well. Sometimes they have some free stuff on there.
Yeah, that's nice of them.
What's your next topic? You guys said you had lots of topics. Let's get going now.
We did not say we had lots of topics. Don't even lie.
I had topics last week, but the show never happened. so.
Yeah.
Or they
Pete
too
was
long?
there too. He was going to sing the Hippo song for us.
I was going to
Yeah,
suggest a game. Since there's all these reboots going, I was going to suggest a game, but we're not going to come up with an answer tonight. I'm just going to present the game, and then
Okay.
everybody in the show and everybody listening to us right now, what I want you to do is I want you to pitch a woke reboot. Invent your own woke reboot. You have to come up with something that hasn't had a movie or a TV show in a while, but you have to think of it like Hollywood SJW stupid. And you have to tell us why it's going to be so woke and exactly.
And I already got one.
Guarantee at least 4 or 5 of these are going to actually get made, and then we're going to laugh about it in a couple of years.
well,
I can already think of one.
I already had mine. I put it on your YouTube. So.
Did you? Okay, I haven't exactly come up with one yet. I presented one as an example. Mine was going to be Three's Company, but instead of John Ritter, it was going to be replaced with Andy Dick, and instead of living with 2 females, he was going to be living with 2 transgenders.
Oh god.
Yeah, Three's Company, 2019, 2020, whatever.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like one of LMP's hentais. Yeah, I said LMP.
Isn't that one of his dates?
So yeah, that'll be next week. Is to present your woke reboot. You have to think about it. Yeah, woke reboot, and by rebooting things nowadays, it can be pretty much 2 days.
Our
ago,
other game should be for tomorrow night. We should. You got to point out the corporate sponsorship in the movie.
Oh yeah. Lape might not know. I'm doing a watch party on my channel tomorrow for Mac and Me. You're more than welcome to join us.
Yeah, I saw your tweet on that.
There's going to be he was basically suggesting, because there's so much like product placement in that movie, it's like it's sad, but the fact that it's Mac and Me opens up all these ideas like Big Mac and Me, Mackie D's and Me, McDonald's and Me. Anyway,
Let's save that for tomorrow.
we'll save some of that for tomorrow.
Yeah.
5 guys,
So-
Mac and me.
Are we ready to drop the big announcement, guys?
The what?
The
Well, let
big
me do my
announcement?
last topic real quick, and then
Okay,
we'll
you
drop
do
it.
your
Yay, he's got a topic.
Yay, I got my cup. So today, Friday, something was big was supposed to happen on Netflix, and it did. So I'm not sure any of you are familiar with the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion.
Oh God.
Yeah. Well, it finally dropped, and they redubbed it like a bunch of dumb fucks. And then they even censored some of the Japanese subs. And they couldn't even get the license to a simple song by Sinatra. How they got all this money and they can't even license a song. Pathetic. But anyway, yeah, people are pissed about Neon Genesis. First off, like the new characters, the new voice actors suck. Because I listened to a little bit. I told LMP, don't even waste your time listening to it. Go buy it on DVD. I don't care how expensive it is. You better just buy it on DVD. And it turned out, I just found out too, that all the original actors were available, and they had said that they'd be willing to redub it if they had to. Netflix did not even let them give them the time of day. So I'd say fuck Netflix, and I'm glad I canceled my subscription.
I'm gonna probably cancel my subscription right after Stranger Things season 3, which that could suck too. I don't know. But I followed it for the first 2 seasons. That's literally the only thing that's got me hanging on to my subscription. Everything else that I liked on there is gone now. So
yeah, mainly just screw Netflix. I can't wait till that thing dies. You know, I'm glad I got Hulu.
It seems like a lot of people are in the streaming wars going on right now. That a lot of people are throwing in the towel a lot earlier than I thought they would. Like they're just giving up on stuff. You know, like it's just like, yep, I'm out. I'm not doing this.
Yep. And then we'll see how the Disney Plus thing goes. I can't wait to see that.
Yeah,
I'm not going to get it.
Well, it's going to have a big spike at the beginning. It's going to fall off real quick.
Yep, real fast.
Yeah, it
That's
depends
exactly
on
how it's going to go.
how much they pull out of Hulu. You know, how many subscriptions, or if it's like, you know, maybe if you're subscribed to Hulu, you get Disney Plus free for 2 months or something like that. I mean, Disney apparently has money they must have, you know, a printing press in the basement, because weren't they buying something else recently? Then they buy something in the last couple of weeks, put a bid for something.
I just wonder where it's all coming from, because all of these things that they purchased, you're watching them fail. That money ain't gonna come forever. Even the amusement park is starting to fail. You know what I mean? It's like you spent all this money on this Star Wars stuff, and from what I hear, it's a disaster. So,
like, how much do they charge for the beers or whatever in the Star Wars thing? Like
$25.
Yep. Like what?
25 to 40.
Jeez.
I saw where you can actually design your own astromech droid, and then they ship it to you in 90 days, and it's like a life-size astromech R2, whatever the frick you want to call it.
And how much is that?
Like 25 grand, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think people just got 25 grand. They bring. Oh my god!
They figure if you're going to Disney, you will spend this kind of money. Yeah, I mean, it's like, come on,
I'll go buy a new
Disney
car.
World.
I buy a new car or buy a couple of guns or something.
25
show
grand.
me some real live dinosaurs, and maybe I'll spend that kind of money.
Right. Looking at you, Spielberg.
Yeah. What could possibly go wrong? Yeah.
Golly dang, I can't even.
The Pirates of the Caribbean will not eat the tourists.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just maybe. But anyway, yeah, that was my topic, just to bring out how shitty Netflix is.
So you want to do the Hall of Fame first, or you want to do the big news?
Let's do the big announcement first, then we can close out in style.
Dum. Drum roll.
Are you still going to do your normal thing, or you don't?
No, I haven't got one this week.
Oh man, I look forward to that.
I know.
Damn it.
I know. No, I've been wanting to ask Lape if he wants to take the time to go back and like compile all those things into one video.
Like he's gonna go through all those videos.
That's like my demo reel.
Yeah, I have all those videos. I could do that. Give me till Christmas probably.
Yeah,
I have to do it. I'd have to bid a bit at a time.
And then all right. And then announce the watch party, Adam, too, before we go.
I will.
One last time.
Okay, yeah. Watch party tomorrow on my channel for Mac and Me. Make sure you're there, 9 p.m. Eastern. Just show up. We'll give you links. It's a free movie. You don't have to rent anything or buy anything. It's on YouTube. You can watch it with us, and we'll make fun of it and joke like we do on these things. It's going to be fun. Be there.
Awesome.
All right, Brian, you have the floor.
Yeah, here it is. For the past week and a half, we've been sitting on this big announcement. we didn't do a show last week because somebody was off drinking and being a fuckstick. So,
Quite literally.
so we wanted Pete to be here for this, but I know he's going to listen tomorrow. So, effective immediately, Adam and Pete are officially members of the show.
Woo!
All right.
But
You made it.
Welcome to the
required
cult.
be
You hit the
10
big time.
subs.
Moving up in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And
If
just
you're
think-
lucky, you get to be on WCBS soon, the main show.
right. If you have any skill, you won't be here long.
Oh, pretty soon Shatner will be taking that one over.
Right.
So
Yeah.
we're going to add you two to our private, group Facebook chat. So when we talk
I
about
get
plans
keys
for
to
the
the
show.
executive washroom. Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
sort
get to
of.
stand there and hold a
And to
towel
the
for us.
bathroom, executive bathroom.
Well, thank you guys. I appreciate that. That's
All right.
really
Yeah,
cool.
you made it. You're in.
Thanks.
Yay.
Glad to know I made the ticket, and I hope I don't disappoint all of you at the same time.
Well, if you do, we'll have you deported like LMP.
It is
so-
important to remember
his
to
ass.
lower your expectations, and then you'll have a good time.
Or on the good side, we'll get you promoted like we did Eric, so you don't have time for us.
Yeah.
Right? He's off in his Chipotle. Yeah.
He's off making the big bucks.
Yeah.
Doesn't have time for the riffraff anymore.
Making them Chipotle bucks. Wow.
I'm sure he'll be back someday.
Some
And we'll call it the prodigal son returns.
Yeah. I have to admit, I haven't looked at any of these videos in a long time. I haven't really. I catch the High Council on occasion, and I catch the regular show on occasion. That's about it. Because
This week's was epic. It was one of the best ones.
I can
Yeah, they
listen.
brought up the sausage shit again, though. It was funny.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it
haven't
didn't
listened
last
to
long
the
after
show.
that.
The
but,
High Council was the one I was talking about.
the High Council
The
was
House
great.
Council was really good this week. World
See,
Class Bullshitters was just
When
fun.
EVS is not on the High Council, it just doesn't work as well. I mean, I will say that Doomcock did a good job a few weeks ago subbing, and he did pretty well last night when he finally showed up for the last 10 minutes or whatever it was.
Gary from Nerdrotic is pretty good.
Yeah,
He
But that's
he
a
can pretty
different
much hold
dynamic.
the weight of a different of
Yeah,
two people.
that's it's a different dynamic, and I do miss parts of the old, High Council from last summer. But there was a lot of things going on, that eventually spawned into Comicsgate and all that other stuff. But
yeah.
I do miss Cecil from time to time.
Well, he still shows
I
up
love me
every
some
now and then.
Cecil.
Yeah.
So I wish we could get him on here for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
He can-
we get at least 1,000 views after that.
Hello.
You get him a
I love
drink ticket, he'll at
C3PO.
least show up, right?
Hello. Oh, Jeremy. No, Jeffrey. Yeah,
Jeff.
Jeffrey. Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey.
Yeah, right.
The only
Sorry.
time I didn't like Cecil was when it was Cecil and Jeremy doing the Game of Thrones back and forth.
Oh, God,
yeah,
I fucking love that thing, man.
And
It was
went
awesome.
on and went on.
That
Yeah,
was the
but
whole point.
For
That's what
those
made
of
it
us
great.
few people out here that don't watch Game of Thrones, it went on way too
Yeah.
long.
When I did listen to that, I had to skip past it. It was like 45 minutes.
Yeah, it's like I don't care what either one of them's stance is on a show that I don't care about, so I'm just
Right.
like completely checked out. It's like watching Batman.
All right,
versus
you know what?
Superman
He's
all
fired.
over again.
Adam's gone. Sorry.
Yeah.
Get his ass out of here. Deported
The
like
show's
LMP.
over. I can make fun of it all I want. It ended badly, and nobody can make me watch it. Damn it!
Don't ever. You're fine without it.
Yeah.
I am. My life is better without it. That's one thing I'm glad I didn't invest any time in.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Anyways,
All right.
All right. So who's our skank of the week?
All right. In the Hall of Fame this week is a lovely young woman who, in many of her pictures, but not all, she reminds me of a slightly younger Gal Gadot with boobs. She's 5'10" and 25 years old, although she is American. Her name is Christen Harper, and you will find her in the thumbnail. And she is a
Heck yeah.
35C/D. So, like I
wow.
said, Gal Gadot with boobs and a butt. Not so skinny. All right. I don't know any more about her than that. If you want to know more information, you are more than welcome to Google it. Or
Use
whatever.
the internet.
Or if you're one of those weirdos and you still use Bing, then Bing it.
I think we still use Bing.
use that AOL search bar.
Yeah. Keyword AOL. What dog is on my feet? All right. My dogs are going nuts. All right. So I guess we are done. This has been episode 86 of the Fancast. I have been your host, Brainmuffin, the Lifting Nerd. Join us sort of each week. We should be here next week, as far as I know. I'll let everybody know if I can't make it. And we'll have I'll try and be drunk, but here. How about that? Since I'm
Fine.
celebrating something else next week, and we'll get to it then.
It's too late to apologize.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
too late. It's too late.
Too late.
Yeah.
Is it too late to apologize?
Yeah.
Too spät. So, alrighty. So, no longer a guest and now a regular, Adam of Raiders. Sign out, man.
Sign out, man.
TapAndDie.
Fuck Netflix.
Fuck Disney.
And unfortunately, this week, disappointing us all, Reality's Frank.
I'm gonna live in a van down by the river.
Damn it, Bobby. I told you not to lick it.
God damn it, Bobby.
I'm changing Lape's nickname to Fuckstick in the chat.
At least
I can't wait till tomorrow.
That's a new nickname.
Oh,
He's got another name to add to his title.
Oh, yeah. Oh, get off. All right. Yeah. Cook
Good
muffin and
night.
fuck stick.
Get off my lawn.
All right. Thanks everybody who has been listening. Thank you so much from our friends down under. We appreciate you. I did get to meet Chris when he was in Chicago. It was awesome. Good times, good commitments, and let's support each other's channels and let's get the smaller channels growing. And the ones that are 100,000, they have their time in the sun. It's our turn to build. How about
Hell
that?
yeah.
Like,
Agreed.
comment, share, subscribe, and give us your goddamn money.
Right.
.com.
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 All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Good night.
At the end of the day,
At the end of the day, Dion still doesn't like horses.
Nay.